Workpro just took their budget-friendly utility knife that everyone knows and loves and gave it a serious upgrade. They can now be sported with G10 handle scales. Oh, ooh la la. And if that upgrade wasn't enough, they recently released a full-size version to compete with the original Mini. And we're going to find out today, as we compare these two tools, if these are great additions or is it just kind of overhyped and kind of a mess? And are there better opportunities for replaceable bladed tools out there? We're going to have a blast running these all up against each other. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Aaron. This is Gideonstactical. Let's dive in and have some fun. Now, I want to know in the comment section, those of you who already have the base model, because I've had them for years now. I think you can get like a 2-pack for like $10. So, I mean, the value is absolutely there. But on top of value is the size that is always really connected with me, giving us that razor blade cutting power, but in a very compact, non-big, thick, bulky, worksite package. I don't need tools to replace the blades. I do have a push-button lock that makes it very snappy, but it still has a loop over deep ride pocket clip, and it weighs less than 2 ounces, and it's just a very small footprint. So, I mean, you can put this in a 5th coin pocket and run it in tandem with a compact fixed blade, multi-tool, large tactical folder, whatever, and you still have this precision cutting instrument. And it's not going to break the bank. And it's really ideal for those light-duty tasks. So when I saw that they were offering now different colors of G10 handle scales that are scalloped, contoured, I was like, man, I got to get myself a set. So I went out and bought one. And the first thing I noticed is that it's only on one side. So we have a singular handle scale. So it's going to thicken it up. But is it really enough to justify the extra costs and upgrading, or is it better just to stay with the base model? Let's get to work and find out. Little scoring tasks, things like that. Dang it. Who's getting a freaking dentist appointment in the other yard? Okay, so probably one of the simplest tasks, but really tells you a lot about the tool. That feels pretty good. And I'm using that G10 right there. Yep. And then come in right here and just be like, and with the trick with any utility knife is you got to go at the 45 and follow the seating point for the tool, and then you won't get bound up. Okay, so this is where it would not probably be the best tool. I'm trying to go through this black pipe right there. Come on. I just don't have quite enough leverage. Okay, it didn't work on that very well. Yeah, I just don't have the left. Whew. That water pipe wasn't hard though. Recycling here at the channel. We are big into recycling old pieces like your kid's flat tire for blade testing. Oodles of noodles. Now see, this is where utility knives kind of, they're not going to work as well as just a full-bladed knife because I'm not getting a full sweeping cut on something like that. Nice. Okay, so we've used it a bunch. It's still got some legs, but I'm starting to see a little bit of wear right there. This is obviously the big plus. You just push up. See, the instructions are literally right there. Push up. So you go, oh, and then the blade goes, da-da, da-da-da-da, and then you flip it, and then you use the other side, so you got double blade action. Okay, so you kind of got, yeah, there we go. Got to feed in. Boink. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Bop, bop, bop. Na-na-na-na-na. So after a few weeks of use, this is my conclusion. That obviously having a handle scale in G10 is going to give you a little bit extra traction. It's going to feel a little bit more comfortable than just the base model with the fold over metal handle. But because I only opted for one handle scale, it doesn't give us the full capability that an entirely G10 handle would have given us. So I would say it's about a 25% grip improvement over the original. The issue is that we're paying more than a 50% increase in cost. I paid $12 for this G10 model when I can get 2 of the base for $10. I don't know. I think a 25% increase, maybe having it around like $8 for a single one, maybe, you know, something like that, $8.99 would have been totally making sense. It's a little steep for me to get one model like this, but if you have found over the years you use your original quite a bit, this will definitely be a little bit of an improvement and just gives it some cool kind of flair and different color combinations to choose from. Now, what about this new and improved, enlarged version? It's got to have more power than the original, right? Well, all right, there it is right there. And we got that same push button lock. And then we've got how you release the blade. You push right there, you pull out, and then you push back in. This one seems to be a little tight, a little tricky. There we go. There it goes. In you go. Like that. Now I do really like that shelf right there. That's nice. Yeah. Now simple draw cut, no problem right there. Zippity, my oh my. Now this is fine. Guidance, target, lock. But now all of a sudden I'm starting to feel some pressure back here, right there, because of how thin it is. Get it, get it, get it. Yeah, yeah. Now you would think actually that this thumb ramp helps, but actually because of the angle right there, unless I'm putting direct pressure, if I'm pinch gripping, it's really uncomfortable on the side right there. Actually, the other one is actually more comfortable. Wink. So painful. No. It's really hurt. Okay, these are the two pressure points right here on the side and right back in here. Because it's bigger, I feel like I want to put more pressure on, but it actually is hindering. That is a hindrance to my walk of faith in this blade. Now that's fine. But again, I'm putting all this pressure back here. For some reason, it's just bothering me. Okay. I can do it right there. Huh. Okay. Try that again. It's still not doing it for me. Not doing it. So guys, just the more and more I use this full size, the less and less I'm impressed with it and don't like it. And the size should expect some extra power, but it's because they stuck with those really thin handles that are metal that just create hot spots everywhere, and then the platform that you think would be helpful, and in a direct push cut it is, but any other pinch grips just creates hot spots. The other issue also is that the tension for the button lock is on the exterior body. They did not do that with the originals. It's like an internal spring, you know, that you use to give you tension with the button lock. This is using the tab of the pocket clip in a weird way, and then it's not anywhere near as fidget friendly. It's just, I've rested on the tension spring, and then it causes issues when opening and closing. Honestly, this is what should have happened. They should have kept the action the same, with the mechanism the same as they have on the two smaller ones, and this one should have had G10 handles, if anything. They should have made this with G10 handle scales, and I probably could have overlooked this little shelf here, and if they had kept the housing the same for the lock, this actually would have been like a really good setup for a lot of different use. And the pricing scale is all out of whack too, because this one's like $9, $8, something like that. And in my mind, I'm like, if this is $5 a piece, then why aren't we doing $8 or $9 for the G10 model? And then why aren't we doing like $12 for this model, being a lot larger? There's definitely a lot more metal involved. It's really all over the place. And so if you're looking for an enlarged version, I think it's a very easy choice to not go with an Milwaukee Fastback. I know that's shocking. I really like Milwaukee Fastbacks. There's nothing wrong with them, but I can tell you that if you were to put down the DeWalt version which has a much larger handle, better choil. It's tipped down with the wire pocket clip instead of tip up. And it just isn't as clunky. It just feels a lot more robust because this is like a polymer. This is actually like some sort of, I think it is a polymer too, but it's just different. The DeWalt is so much better. It's so much better. Leave a comment below if you have tested and used both. Which one do you prefer? My preference for full-side use still is the DeWalt, and isn't that much more, you know, than the, once it's about double, but, you know, like 15 bucks compared to the Workpro. But, and I hope some future version will have scales on both sides. That would be ideal. And I would pay like 12 bucks for something like that. I think it is a little overpriced. So there it is, guys. Thanks for hanging. Hope it's been fun and entertaining. Stick around. Next week, we're going to be looking at another blade that really let me down. Really let me down. And I think you guys are going to be shocked by that. So stay tuned. And until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. See you out there.